What up, everybody? Before I even get started with this video, let me start off by saying this before I get lit up in my comments section. We do not know if Rock is dead or alive in the Power timeline because of conflicting reports on the show. Yes, Kanan did tell Ghost and Tommy that he went to see his mom and went straight there after getting out of prison in episode 202. But the news reporter in episode 509 also said that Kanan had no living next to kin when reporting on his death. So this means one of two things. That Kanan was lying to Ghost and Tommy, which we already know he partly was, because he had already been out for a couple weeks at that point. And it was never confirmed if Ghost and Tommy had any knowledge of Rock or not. Also, Kanan could have been talking about visiting her gravesite, which is also very common in the Power universe. The other scenario would be that Rock is still alive and the news reporter said that Kanan had no living next to kin because Rock changes her identity, goes into WITSEC, or something like that. Possibly she may even be in prison. And with all that said, I'll still get a couple comments telling me Rock is alive because I think some people only click to comment and don't actually watch the video. But with that out of the way, I can actually get started with today's topic and the new clue that Kanan kills Rock. In season 3 episode 1, Ronnie had just been released from prison after serving 3 years. A few days earlier than Unique and Panessa was expecting him to be home. When Unique went to greet his brother, Ronnie ignored him and said that he didn't want his cereal to get soggy. Throughout the next few episodes, the tension between the two brothers only increased as Ronnie wanted to get back to work, blamed Unique for losing everything he built, and also found out that Unique was smashing Rock. But episode 5, the tension hit a boiling point as the two brothers clashed, resulting in Ronnie dumping Unique down a hill. But while all this was going on between the two brothers, we saw a scene with Rock and Kanan that was like deja vu. Rock was trying to tell Kanan about the CPS officer showing up and Kanan breaking his curfew, while Kanan sat in the kitchen eating a bowl of cereal, ignoring anything that Rock had to say. Very similar to the interaction we saw with Ronnie and Unique in episode 1. Is this a clue that is foreshadowing what's going to happen between Rock and Kanan in the season finale? Will Kanan and Rock have a gruesome fight which results in Rock's death and Kanan having a giant scar on his neck? Keep in mind what happened with Tariq right before he shot Ghost. Tariq was about to text Tasha because Tasha was supposed to kill Ghost, but Tariq had a hallucination where OG Kanan smacked the phone out of his hand and convinced Tariq to smoke Ghost himself. And there was something that Kanan said during this conversation that we need to pay close attention to. He told Tariq that it was always going to go down like this, that Tariq just had to step into it. Was this because Kanan killed Rock and the clues have been in front of our faces the whole time? That it was always going to go down this way, Kanan just has to step into it. Keep in mind what has been said about Kanan. He is the prince of the South Side. Defcon, who everybody thinks is his father, would be the king, and he's dead, making Rock, who would be the queen, the ruling party. So before Kanan could step into becoming the king, there would first have to be the death of the queen. But the problem for Kanan is, even after Rock is out the way, there will always be someone standing in his way, because once Rock is gone, Kanan will have Breeze standing in his way. And once Kanan eliminates Breeze, Ghost and Tasha will send Kanan upstate for 10 years. Then once Kanan was out of prison and about to step into the throne, like he was telling Tariq right before Tariq set him up to die. He told Reek that he never quit, that it took him 10 years longer than he wanted to, but he was about to be one of the top distros in the city, like Nicky Barnes. So we know that Kanan was never able to fulfill his potential in the drug game because just a few minutes later he was killed in a shootout with the cops. So with that said, we know part of the reason why Kanan would kill Rock if it goes down this way is because of all the lies. But at the same time, is there another motive also? Is Rock standing in the way of Kanan's future in some type of way? And the only move Kanan feels like he could make is to take Rock out. In my opinion, Rock has already stood in the way of Kanan's future. By planting that gun in Kanan's bag, I believe it will result in Kanan dropping out of school and going all the way in with the drug game. Because at least to that point, Kanan was still attending school, and even though he was getting in trouble in the streets, he wasn't getting in trouble at school. Now what Rock has done has put Kanan in a position where he wouldn't likely get accepted to any type of colleges after bringing a gun to school. So even after spending a little time in the game and seeing if it wasn't for him, he could have decided to go another route. But now Rock has taken that option away from Kanan. And Howard even tried to tell Rock in season 2 that Kanan isn't built for the route that she has him on. The exact same thing that Kanan once said about Famous. But like I've said in other videos, I don't believe that anybody is truly built for the life. But different circumstances put us in that position, even if that is what we feel like we want to do. At the same time, like OG Kanan said in season 1, it's a young man's game. By the time I got into my late 20s, I was already out the game. Part of the reason why is you live and you learn. And you learn what Howard said about Kanan from the beginning. This isn't the life for me. Just like what Rock told Unique after being shot. I don't know what's next, but this life isn't for me. Not no more. That's why they say ignorance is bliss, especially in the drug game. Because you somewhat know, but you really don't know the type of chances you're taking, risking your life and your freedom on a daily basis. But we do know, for whatever reason, by the end of the season, that circumstances will force Rock back into the game. But she's going to do a full 180 from what she told Neek and tell somebody, some people are meant to be doctors, lawyers, ball players. I'm here to move weight. It's what I do. It's who I am. And also to backtrack for a minute about Rock standing in the way of Kanan's future. Keep in mind there's also a scene from the season 3 trailer where Rock is telling Kanan he's done. And Kanan tells Rock, you don't decide when I'm done. Best believe that things are going to heat up real quick in the next episode to get this fire started. The episode 6 synopsis reads, dangerous secrets are revealed as Famous unburdens himself to Kanan. So you got to believe that this is Famous coming clean about Rock putting that gun in his bag and getting him in trouble at school. And once Kanan finds this out, this might damage Kanan and Rock's relationship to the point of no return. Because Kanan's already wary of Rock because he can't trust her after she's lied to his face over and over again. And mainly because she sent him to kill his own father. And one final thing I want to bring up before I go is the fact that Kanan is about to connect with Ronnie. Much like in the same way Tariq connected with Kanan, aka Slim, because Kanan wanted revenge on Ghost. I'm pretty sure for whatever reason, Ronnie's hate for Rock is even more than Kanan hated Ghost at the time. So we could even possibly see Ronnie trying to get into Kanan's head and turn him against Rock all the way, even to the point of killing her himself. And there you have it. Will Kanan kill Rock? Leave your thoughts, theories, and predictions in the comments.